Right. So I'll be sharing my screen. Right. Is my screen visible? Can you just, quickly put it in the chat box? Yes, 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 yes. Wonderful, wonderful. So everyone, very happy to see you all. Welcome to this. One of the many webinars that we are planning to do going forward. This is called as a healthy weight loss webinar. Every second person that we see today, is overweight, is obese, right? And everybody tries to do something on their own, either through diet or a yoga or a gym or any physical activity, right? But many people do not have a proper idea what exactly needs to be done, right? They don't have a holistic approach. They try something, they get results, and then they leave it for some time, then they see that there's rebound. So many people don't have an idea. So what we want to address is, we want to address the root cause of why weight gain happens, and then I'll appropriately take you through what exactly needs to be done. Right. Basically, I want to quickly give an introduction about myself. I'm a regular your IT guy, working in Bangalore. I've been working for the last 16 plus years. I was working with Infosys for more than 2.5 years. Then I was with Tech Mahindra for a very long time, almost 11 and a half, 12 years. Then in the last 1 year, I've been working with Meritrack Services, in a senior in a role, and this is about me. And then a couple of years back, I was also finding low energy levels. I was not able to run 5-6 kilometers as well without huffing and puffing. That was about me. I had a lot of belly fat, and running was always my passion, but somewhere I was never able to run more than 5-6 kilometers. So that's where I got in touch with few like-minded professionals, fitness enthusiasts, and then they connected me to the right way of how I can lose weight and then also become healthy. And that is how I was able to transform myself, and then I was able to better all the parameters in my body. Then I have completed 2 half marathon runs. If not for the pandemic, I would have completed full marathon last year. So that is what is planned this year. I want to finish a full marathon, right? So that is, and then eventually I did some courses also in the area of nutrition, niche being weight loss, and then became a health coach. And that's how I've been able to practically help, because this is something that I have tried myself. I know what works, what doesn't work, and then I've been able to practically help a lot of people who have approached me. That's about a quick introduction about myself. Now we have a different approach here. This is also with respect to the latest research that has happened in the nutrition industry, right? Many people see today also, right? If you go to a doctor, and then you may have elevated lipid profile levels, your cholesterol levels, or your sugar levels, or probably maybe 100 or 90. The first thing that he will say is, boss, first you lose weight, you lose 10 kgs, 15 kgs, and everything will become normal, right? But the approach we have is slightly different, right? We say that first you become healthy, right? Then eventually the weight loss will happen. So what do I mean by that? Right? When I say first you have to become healthy, what do I mean by that? It means just check how are your energy levels. When you are in 20s and now, is your energy levels the same or is it dipped? Right? So we want this energy levels to be good, even when you're in your 30s or even 40s, right? And then another important thing is called as stress, right? Many people have stress. Stress, it is one is, it could be psychological stress, it is job stress, it could be family stress, financial stress, or it could be some back pain that you have, some lingering pain in the body, or you go to a gym and then injure yourself. See, that is also a stress, right? For the body. Or you don't know what type of body you have, and then you go to gym and then do some high intensity workouts, or you sprint, again, that is high intensity. And then that is also adding stress to your body. And many people are not knowledgeable. We think that let me just go to gym and then do exercise, I will lose weight. it is not correct. You need to understand what exactly is your type of body that you have, and then appropriately you can handle your stress. So stress is very important. We want to ensure that stress is good. So stress level should be able to you should be able to handle stress in a very, very comfortable way, right? And then good digestion. Do you have any constipation problem? Again, that is also going to hinder, if you are looking to do weight loss or anything. And what kind of a sleep do you have? Do you have good quality sleep, or you just toss and turn when you go to bed, and then morning when you wake up, do you feel very sluggish? Do you have to literally drag yourself out of the bed, or do you come out very energetically in the morning, right? So all this is a symptom, right? And how much focused you are. Are you able to go on in a flow for 1.5 hours, or do you think that you're not able to concentrate well? And then do you have cravings? What kind of a cravings do you have? Do you have just give me a minute. Sorry for that. There's nobody at home, so I had to answer the guy, courier guy. So so I was talking about the cravings. A lot of people have either salt cravings or sugary cravings, or they just want to keep munching every now and then. So why does that happen? Some people, when I say or talk about cravings, they have chocolate craving. So that also it shows that something is less in the body, some mineral is less in the body. For chocolate, if you have more cravings for chocolate, know that there's magnesium deficiency in the body. Or you crave more for sugary foods, then probably it is chromium is less, or carbon is less, or phosphorus is less. See, these are all trace minerals. We have to take it in our diet in very, very minute quantity, but then its effect is tremendous, right? Or you have salty food cravings. Majority of the snacks outside that we have is all loaded with salt, right? It shows that silicon or chloride is less in the body, right? So we want to address these issues as well. And then if there's any lingering pain in the body, yes, that also needs to be handled. I just talked about it. And then I spoke about I have added something called as reverse aging, right? See, let me pause. And then how many of you, when you go to a gym, or if you have ever gone to a gym, or if there's an instrument called as Carada scan, right? So that is an instrument that will show you the fat composition, your upper body, your lower body, your arms, your legs, everywhere. And then it will show your BMI, it will show your fat, visceral fat, subcutaneous fat, all the different. One more thing, one more parameter that it will show you is your body age. So just check what is your body age. Is it if you're 30, is the body age showing 38, 39, or what is it showing, or is it showing less? For many people it is at least more than 5, 6 years, right? See, when we take care of our body, right, automatically body will start reverse aging. So if you see Milind Soman or even Akshay Kumar, right, they are in their 40s, but they actually don't look like 40s, right? Because of the diet, because of the physical workout, they incorporating the right diet, right lifestyle is what is very important. See, I am actually in my 40s. I've finished 40. I'm in my 41st year. Last year, when I got into Meritrack, they thought that I have what probably 8, 9 years experience. I had to literally share that I have 15 years experience when I joined. And then they were surprised to see my skin, as well as my physical well-being. So that is what happens when we put ourselves through a proper diet and do some proper exercise. And then basically we need to feel good, we need to feel happy. So when any person feels all this, that is where you will start losing weight. It's not the other way around. It's not that you're 100 kgs, you lose 10 kgs, then everything will become normal. No, it is not that way, right? So in this program also, what we want to ensure is, first we want to handle all this. We want to help you to feel good about yourself, your energy levels, your cravings, your sleep, and everything. Eventually, when all this is happens, your body metabolism, if it is increasing, so that means body is getting healed, body is feeling good, then eventually the weight loss will happen. And more importantly, we focus on fat loss. So I'll go to the next slide. Right. Another important thing, which most of us are not aware or we underestimate is, about hormones, right? See, in our body, there are thousands of hormones. Okay. Every function basically in our body is a function of the hormone, whether it is thyroid or whether it is insulin or any hormone for that matter, right? So we want to, talk about two, categories of hormones. I'll just restrict it to few hormones because there are, tens and, hundreds of hormones in the body. One is called as a fat burning hormones, one is called as a fat storing hormones, right? So let me talk about fat storing hormones. See, anything that we eat today, that is, whether you might have eaten idli, rice, or, paratas, or ragi mudde, or, anything sugar, anything, always triggers insulin. And insulin is a fat storing hormone. So the way our body works is, the moment you eat anything, insulin is produced. And whenever insulin is produced, body will, whatever that you eat, it will consume it for as a carbs for its energy, and then the remaining part of it, it will start getting stored as fat. So we already have a, fat reserve in our body that is, called as stored fat, right? Apart from that, whenever we are under stress, right, it could be any kind of stress, or somebody is passed away in the family, that also will induce stress, psychological stress, right? Or you work late through the night, and again there's a stress on the body, right? Whenever body is under stress, there's a hormone called as cortisol, that is produced. And cortisol, what it will do is, during that period of time when you're under stress, whatever you eat, you binge eat, you feel like, tending to eat more. And and excess amount of whatever you eat, it'll just get stored as fat in the body, right? You may not feel that every time. You will feel like eating more and more, though you are not hungry, but you have that cravings. You have, let me eat more, let me eat more, especially the sugar, salt, everything. So that is because of the stress hormone that is produced in the body, right? And these are, again, this is in response to psychological reason as well as to what food that you eat, these hormones are produced. Next, let's talk about the fat burning hormones. These are called as, there's a couple of them that I have mentioned that are critical. One is called as a glucagon, growth hormone, adrenaline, testosterone, and everything. What is the beauty in this? These hormones are produced, even the fat burning hormones are produced with respect to what diet that you take, right? And in our body, at a time, only one will work, right? If fat storing hormones are getting produced, if there's a lot of stress, a lot of insulin is produced in the body, then your fat burning hormones, no matter whatever you do, it not get produced. So it is called as mutually exclusive, right? So the diet that you have, it should, have good amount of, vegetables. It should be probably less in sugar, less in carbs, and then, probably load with, lot of, a lot of fat as well as protein, so that, your insulin production is less, right? And then, when you give your body, excess amount of vegetable, that is where your fat burning hormones are triggered. So in our stomach, the right hormones need to be triggered, so that for 16 18 hours, when the right hormones are produced, that is where, you'll start burning the fat from inside. See, this is all about understanding the science of our body, intelligence of our body, and then appropriately I'm triggering, the right hormones to produce in response to the right diet. That is why somebody, who is following, diligently, they can see that within 1 2 weeks they can see their, fat, their belly, the belly fat, getting shrunk. They can feel the stomach being loosened, and then the in the face, the cheeks, they can feel that, the fat is getting, burnt, and then they can see that, difference, in the face, within 2 to 3 weeks of somebody, who is following diligently, the right diet. So that is it, it is very important to understand, what diet that you're taking, what is triggering what hormone, right? If I'm doing all the exercise, I'm doing yoga, I'm doing exercise, I'm doing running, but I come home and I have dosa, I have, biryani, you're just nullified. All the good work that you did, it just got nullified, right? So that is the link between our diet as well as our hormones. I'll go to the next important slide, right? See, this is very critical for us to understand, what is the type of body that we have, right? So there is no one, diet for everybody. There's no one exercise routine for everybody, right? Because every person's type of body is different, their fat composition is different, and appropriately, once you have the right body type and that is identified, the right diet need to be designed, the right nutrition as well as the right exercise is very important. For example, let us take the, this is protruding belly, we all know, this kind of people, their face, their hands, their feet, legs, everything is fine. The fat is just bulged out. In Hindi you call tone, right? It has just come out like a tone, like a balloon, right? And that is because of the liver, right? We want to heal the liver. As we age, our internal body organs also, age. So what happens is, when they age, their efficiency also comes down. So what happens is, over a period of time, liver, probably its efficiency has come down. And then, if the eating habits of the lifestyle has gone haywire, probably it can be, a first level of, fatty liver issue, right? So liver is very important for us, especially for weight loss, for any of us, because if the liver is functioning very well, that is when, your weight loss will also happen very nicely. So in this case, protruding belly, what happens is, excess water gets stored around your digestive system, probably because liver is not functioning too well. And that is why you can see that stomach has bulged out, for such people. Next is a sagging belly. Again, this is in response to the stress. Somebody is working 14, 15 hours continuously, or there's some stress, whatever stress that is there psychologically, these people will have a sagging belly. It is different from the earlier one. Earlier one, it is only protruding. Here it is also sagging down, right? So from the way we look at the body type, we can identify. And then the next is the all over the fat is deposited. The third one, the fat is deposited all over the body. This is primarily because of the thyroid hormones, right? So we want to heal the thyroid. So that is when this type of people also, they will be able to lose their weight. In this in this case, you can see the fat is deposited all over the body. It is in the thighs, hands, upper body, stomach, everywhere. The last part, that is the fat below the stomach that you see, right? This is because of the ovarian glands, and this is only for the ladies, right? You might have seen a lot of ladies, from their face to their stomach, they are quite good, but below the stomach, there's huge accumulation of the fat, below the stomach and back, there, but there's huge accumulation of the fat, because this is because of the ovarian glands. We need to heal the ovarian glands with respect to the right nutrition, with respect to the right diet. Then this body type people also, they will be able to lose fat, right? See, again, since I'm here, the right exercise is important. For example, the person in the sagging belly, right? He should not be doing too high intensity exercise, because already there's stress in the body, and on top of it, if he's doing too much high intensity exercise, he wants to reduce weight, he'll go to the gym and then do some lot of resistance exercises, strength exercises. So again, that is putting a lot of stress in the body. Again, it is only compounding the problem, right? So we need to understand what type of body it is, and then appropriately handle it, right? See, yesterday I was talking to a prospective client. She wanted to lose weight, and then she had thyroid issues. She had hypothyroid, and she's been taking tablets for the last 10 years. I mean, for thyroid, typically doctors suggest Thyronorm. And typically, see, doctors are designed, doctors suggest whenever you have any problem, they will tell you, but they will never address the root cause of the problem, right? So this lady, she has been having for 10 years, and then she's taking Tyronorm 100 mg. And if the thyroid levels are increased, 150 mg, it has come down 100 mg, right? So in the last 10 years, nowhere, nowhere it is suggested that, you address the root cause so that, you don't have a thyroid issue. That never happens, right? So we want to go and address the root cause of the problem, right? If somebody is having insulin resistance, or border level diabetes issue, or maybe type 1 diabetes, we want to ensure that over a period of time, their tablet, the tablet that they're taking, has to come down, because body will start healing itself. When you are giving the body the right nutrients, body will start healing itself. Whether it is your thyroid, whether it is your insulin, whether it is your pancreas, whether it is your hormones, anything in the body, once it starts getting healed, that is where your sugar levels can come down, your thyroid levels can come down, and eventually you can go consult the doctor, and then you can reduce the dosage or even stop it. We have helped a lot of people, to actually reverse their diabetes levels. Of course, we are not doctors, we cannot claim it, but then we've been able to see that results within our client base, right? So I have another 10 minutes or so, I'll just quickly wind up. So what is the right thing to do here, right? So one is, definitely the diet. So your diet should ensure that, for most of the times your fat burning hormones are triggered. The one that I explained, in the beginning. Fat burning hormones like glucagon, growth hormones. How does it happen? So when you take a lot of vegetables, right? You can take egg also, it is fine. At the same time, the right nutrients is the key here. It is not just, any diet. See, a lot of people, you have a lot of programs also. You have ELCC, you have Anjali Mukherjee, all these are good. I have clients, one of the client, in the US, whom I did his consultation. He has gone through this, Anjali Mukherjee's program. But the thing is, he was told 800 calories only. Okay, and then, most of the times he was starving, right? And typically that's what happens with a lot of people who want to reduce weight. They just, starve themselves. They just don't have that breakfast, and then they see that, they're not able to focus. They have low energy levels, but then, they want to lose weight. Yes, weight loss will happen, but is it a healthy weight loss? No, it is not. You are literally starving yourself. I mean, it's just a matter of time. See, willpower is like your mobile. you know every day you need to charge, right? Or you can say willpower is like, our mouth. Every day we need to brush. I can't say that I brushed yesterday, right? In the same way, willpower also, it has to get charged. So every day when you keep thinking, no, I will not going to hit this, you're putting so much amount of willpower into it. It's just a matter of time. You'll just break away, right? So what I have done to lose weight, and what I have helped my clients also is do it happily, right? You eat good amount of, whatever diet is recommended, whether it is, carbs, whether it is fat, suggested carbs. Okay, not all the carbs, and then, fat, good amount of fat, as well as good amount of protein. So in that way you are able to fill up your stomach, so that you don't have to go and binge eat. So you can go between the meals, from 3 meals you can go to 2 meals also, in a very, very happy way. Okay. So, and then, it is also important to take the right nutrition. See, our body requires, almost 24 essential vitamins and minerals. I'll not get into the details. You can go to Google and type RDA, recommended dietary allowance. This is prescribed by WHO. It says that, every day this much amount of vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, your protein, calcium, everything needs to be taken on a regular basis. So how many of us do it, right? It is very, very time consuming, and then I can't, keep checking and doing everything on a daily basis. So it is very important to, be aware about, what you take in your diet. Is it taking, are you giving all the, omega 3 fatty acids? Are you giving all the omega 6 fatty acid? Right. Are you taking good amount of fiber in your diet, so that there's no constipation, you don't have any digestion issues, right? When you say protein, how much of a protein are you taking? See, if you are, 60 kgs adult male or a female, you should be consuming at least, 55 to 56 grams of protein, grams per kg weight. So that means, per kg weight, if it is, zero point 0.8 grams or zero point 0.9 grams, you can do the calculation. If you are 60 kgs, probably, you should be taking, 55 to 56 grams of protein. Just check, how much you are taking, right? And also understand that, our body will not absorb everything that we eat, right? It will flush up, it will absorb, half of it, and then it will remove, half of it from the body. So you should be conscious about that as well. And then, right, physical activity is important. See, I had a client, she wanted to reduce weight, and she told me that, Monday to Friday she does, she goes to gym because she wants to reduce weight. She had reduced sugar, carbs and all in the diet, wonderful. But she used to take that, protein bars, but again, protein bars, protein is there, but it is also giving you sugar in that. So she was not conscious about it. She was happy with it. Okay, fine. And then, Saturday, Sunday, she used to do yoga, and then she used to feel very good. Once in a while on a weekend, she used to go for a walk, long walk, 4 5 kilometers. She used to feel very good. Then I explained to her about, the type of body. Then I explained, why, she was feeling good. right? Because she, I know, probably her type is, wherein, stress is something that needs to be overcome, the right diet with the right exercise. So when I explained all this body type, she was able to understand immediately. She canceled her subscription for gym, and then, she continued only with yoga. So understanding is the key. What you do, what kind of exercise that you do, what you eat, what not to eat, right? If you're, if your thyroid levels are there, what to eat. If your cholesterol levels are there, what to eat, what not to eat. So that knowledge is quite important. And more importantly, I want to emphasize on, the rebound. Many people lose 10 12 kgs also just by following a diet and or just by doing exercise, well and good. But also they will gain back the moment they, come out of that. The reason being that they were able to, they were able to, cosmetically they were able to lose weight, but they never address the root cause of the problem in the first place, why the body was putting on weight. So that is what, is the key. When you address the root cause, when you heal your liver, when you heal your cholesterol issues, or digestion issues, stress and everything, when the body is healed, that is where, rebound will not happen. And with minimal maintenance, you have lost 10 kgs, you can sustain at that 10 kgs. Right. I'll go to the next part. Almost done here. This is, our web page. In the Facebook, it is Transform You, where my own testimony is also published in the page. We have published testimonies of our clients. Some of the clients have shared it in their own words. How they were able to, reduce the weight and then everything. Please go and, like the page. Please go and sign up in the page if you need any kind of help. One of the experts in that team will get in touch with you and then will help you to address your issues, any issues, whether it is stress or weight loss, any issues, or hair fall. They'll be able to address those issues. So I will share the link for this Transform You community in the comment section. And if you have any, so I'm almost done. If you have any questions, feel free to put it in the chat box. I'll see. I have 5 more minutes. I'll see if I can take any of your questions. Okay. I have thyroid problem, but there is fat tolerance. Correct. So what happens is, typically it will be a combination. Okay. It is not just, you have a belly fat. You will also, you'll have fat all over the body. Yes. It will be a combination. So, the diet also will be designed according to that. Why sweet craving happens? See, sweet cravings happens because of excess amount of, carbs that you are taking, because body is dependent on the carbs, right? So we want to address that issue. Okay, so I'll be putting that link to Transform You in the chat box for everybody. Everyone. Okay. Okay. So some questions are with respect to the protruding belly. Some have hair fall issue. Okay. Again, see, hair fall, it is, it's a combination, right? So, for a hair fall, the way the body works is, whatever protein that you take, it will first, give it to the body for all the, important activity in the body, for the cells, for the organs, everything. And then only in the end, it will go to the outer area of our body, our hair, our skin and all, right? So, that is where if you're taking less protein, you can see that, you have a lot of hair fall issue. So that also can be addressed with the right diet when you increase your protein. At the same time, take biotin. Biotin is a form of protein that will help in hair loss. And, also, the right oil can matter, so, and then, good amount of, vitamins, because all the vitamins act as a team. Okay. All right. So any other questions? Okay, last month I touched 100 kg weight, desperately want to understand the root cause. Yes, I will be able to, but how do I switch from junk to nutrition? Okay, So how do you, from junk to nutrition? See, it is, see, why do you want to eat junk? Why do people have cravings? Right? You need to understand, why people are having that, definitely your body is fueled by a lot of carbs, lot of salt, right? So you want to ensure, but you need to ensure that, you take a lot of, potassium in your vegetables, right? Potassium is a satiety mineral, so it will help you, or you can take amla also, right? That will help you to keep your stomach full, right? So when your stomach is full, you will not feel that cravings, so you'll not want to feel eating again and again. See, some one thing that I want to show is, this is there's something called as apple cider vinegar, right? One of the tips that I can give you is go with, apple cider vinegar, have it, in the mornings. That is very good. If you have any sugar issues, that will help you to normalize your sugar. It will also keep your stomach full. It will also aid in your weight loss, right? And one of the things that I do is, I mean, after my breakfast, I have one bottle of water. I put 2 spoons of apple cider vinegar, and I have amla. I bought amla. Amla is easily available in this season. Cut pieces of amla, put it in that. Add pink salt, not white salt. Add pink salt. White salt has just 4 to 5 nutrients. It is refined. Pink salt has a lot of nutrients, 60 plus, vital trace minerals, it has. So it is costly. Please go for it. I had a pinch of pink salt even in your diet also. I add it in that. And then half a lemon. I just squeeze it and add it. And then I keep drinking this water throughout the day. So what happens is, I don't feel that hunger, right? Whether I'm on 2 meals or whether I'm on 3 meals, I can go in between the meals without having any snacks, right? Of course, I have a lot of salad, lot of vegetables. On top of that, also, I have this. So you can also try this. This will really help, right? So when you don't have that, cravings, then you will not want to eat even if it is junk, right? See, I have, chocolate, I have, snacks at home, but typically for my kids, right? They would want to have, so, they have it. But then I don't feel like having it. My husband has hypertension and mild stroke 6 7 years back, and overweight. Is under medication. Does this have any side effects? Right. See, specifically, get back to the person, who invited you for this session, and then get your doubt clarified. Right. Get your consultation done. Right. That will help you to address all these issues. Okay, hypertension again, that can be handled, with the right diet, and with the right exercise also. Okay, apple cider vinegar recipe again, just nothing, apple cider vinegar, probably you can go with Bragg's, or I mean, you can go to MedPlus, you can go and then pick up apple cider vinegar, so that also is fine. Just take 2 spoons of it, but understand that it is pungent taste, right? Very good for the body. So know one thing, so I have salad, I have apple cider vinegar. Anything that is tasty in the market, it is not healthy. All right, anything that is, bland taste and all is actually very healthy, right? So that is the key here. So I have salad, it is not that, but it is not tasty, but I prepare it tastily, so my clients know, the kind of recipe that I give, even though it is a salad, they can prepare it very tastily, right? Apple cider vinegar, you can add a bit of a pink salt, pinch of pink salt, your lemon, and then amla, cut pieces of amla. Amla is easily available. And then one amla, I cut pieces of it, and then I, mix everything. And then, once my bottle gets, so I'll just refill, once I am not at everything, amla is there. I'll just, once, if I want to have once more, I'll just fill it and then keep drinking it throughout the day. Right. So that is very good for the body, because lemon, again, it is an antioxidant. It will cleanse your stomach as well. So that is much better than just eating plain water. I have, I think, a couple of minutes. Okay, Anwar is asking, when there is a long gap in between meals, getting gastric. Yes, yes, gastric and acidity issues. How to feel stomach full? Very good. So, I had this issue, till I got into the program. Today, I'm actually on 2 meals, right? I'm yet to have my meals, but I don't have any gastric issues. In the last 1 week, I wanted to, get back to, since I'm, preparing my body, for a full marathon. I thought I'll just shake up my body a little bit. I don't have gastric issue, though. I have and 2 meals, and then I have tried even one meal, once in 24 days. Also, I have tried for few days. but I did not have any gastric issue. Understand one thing, why you will have gastric issue when you don't have anything in the stomach. That is one thing. Okay, right? When your body, when you're giving good amount of nutrients with lot of vegetables, green leafy vegetables. If I have to be very specific, go for cruciferous vegetables. So that is what, heals up your liver. Lot of cruciferous vegetables, when you take, and then, when you take good amount of all the nutrients, and then fat, when you take good amount of fat as well as your protein, you can go for 8 to 9 hours also, right? See, morning, you can have it at 11 o'clock, evening you can have it 7 o'clock. You'll not have any gastric issues. When your stomach is full, you'll have gastric issues, bloating issues, acidity issues when you don't, fill up your stomach. If you have only, instead of, okay, 2 chapati, let me have 4 chapati, my stomach will be full. Let me have little bit of a rice, let me have biryani, and then I'll go till the night. Again, that will not fill up your stomach. Carbs quickly get absorbed in the body, whereas your protein, whereas your fat, it will not trigger that much insulin in the body. At the same time, it will fill up your stomach. So you need to mix and match. You need to mix good amount of protein, fat in your carbs, whatever you eat. Then you will not have this gastric issue, and you'll actually feel stomach full. And in between meals, keep drinking apple cider vinegar, which is very good. And apple cider vinegar, it has potassium as well. And then why amla? Amla also has potassium. Again, I'll repeat, potassium is a satiety mineral, right? So it will keep your stomach full. Unless you try it, you will not know. All right, all right. Prashant, can you just message how many minutes do I have, so that I can. Any other questions? Okay, somebody has asked, Gaurav, how many kilometers of walk is good for daily, right? See, there are two things here. If you have a type of body wherein, it is sagging belly, I would suggest, you can go for even, 3-4 kilometers also, right? Or you can do slow jogging. Even if you're comfortable with 4-5 kilometers, go for slow jogging. Make sure that you enjoy your run. Make sure that you enjoy. You feel, whenever you feel that there's stress, please stop. Don't over stress yourself, because that is going to be counterproductive. And one more thing, whenever you're doing any exercise, right, whenever you do running, long distance running, 5-6 kilometers or 10 kilometers that you did, or you went to gym and then you did a lot of good workout, I mean, you don't have any stress and all, wonderful. So don't come and, just start eating everything, right? What happens is, these fat burning hormones that I just spoke, they will be triggered for the next 48 hours. Okay, they will be triggered. So if I come home, if I have my rice, if I have my dosa, again it is getting nullified, right? But if you, during that period of time, if you have good amount of salad, if you have a lot of veggies, salad, soup, you can have, you take protein, you take fat, you take ghee, you take egg also, is all that is fine, rather than just having, rather than having chapati or even, rice, right? So that is the key. That any other question that I can, or fruits okay to eat? They are okay provided they are low in carbs, right? But especially if you are, I think Mahendra is asking, is on this, program, definitely you can have avocado, you can have lemon, probably, you can have maybe, musambi, maybe once in a while is allowed, right? But otherwise, I would want to see how much of a carbs, how much of a sugar that particular fruit has, right? But suppose if you are under maintenance, yes, you can go on lot of fruits, not an issue. Again, just be conscious about the amount of sugar in that. So that is the key. Not all fruits are okay. Okay, so okay, then I touch 100 kg. I've answered the diabetic. I've answered. Okay, sweet cravings. I don't have thyroid problem. There's fat all over. Yes. Berries, yes, berries are okay. You can go with berries, strawberries, any kind of a berries is fine. Yes. Yes, that is fine. All, how many times we can have? 2 times. 2 times, not more than two. So not more than two. Right. Once if you have also, well and good. So that's fine. All right. So I think, I'm through with this webinar, right? How many ACVs allowed in how much ACV? See, you can take, 2 to 3 spoons, right? Yes, I'll share the recording. Just ping me, if you really want the recording, or ping your health coach, or The person who's invited you, will share the recording. How much ACV? Probably you can take, 10 to 15 ml. Morning I take, probably you can say 1 spoon, and in the size I add 2 spoons. I think sufficient, not more than that, right? Because it is acid. Okay, so it is good for the body, but at the same time, not too much of it, right? Everything that you take, should be in good quantity. All right, then, I will, now wind up with this. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I hope, it was a good value add. I hope, you are able to take some insights into how you can, become healthy and lose weight. That is the understanding here, right? So if you have any issues, if you have any questions, feel free to, get back to the person who's invited you for this conference. If amla is not there, can yes, yes. If amla is not there, you can still take it like that only. You can just mix it with water. You can eat it. Amla is actually very good, right? All right, then. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions, feel free to get back. Please go to the Transform You page, like the page to get regular health updates. We keep posting a lot of webinars there as well, a lot of testimonials of pictures. So go read about it, and then sign up. If you have any questions, our team experts, can get back to you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye bye.